What if the secret to perfect parenting was admitting that none of us have a clue?
The truth, we're two real moms figuring it out in real time and keeping it real along the way.
Each episode, we're calling BS on perfection and bringing you raw combos with parents and professionals who aren't afraid to go there.
Because what if the real parenting hack was dropping truth bombs instead of pretending like we got it all together? Let's get into it.
All right. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's been a while since we've been
Is this episode 6? Yes.
Yes.
We're almost done the season.
We tried for episode 6 earlier. Was it earlier? Yeah.
This is the season of trial and error for the literal trial and error.
Technical difficulties. It's called Riverside, where we do the webinar and like the remote podcasting, which was great the first time. It worked just great. It was very easy. Then we went to go do it on Monday. We got so excited. We tried to do it on Monday and I couldn't hear Brittany at all.
Yeah. But then we went back to the recording and we could then hear me. So that was just so strange. I think it was just something on their part.
And then the kids woke up and we were like, all right, well.
But what was so crazy is the exact problem we were having on the live mics of like, we could see it physically, but it wasn't catching.
Yeah.
We then had that same problem on Riverside. So I think it's just like the audio gods are just like, that's not a thing for us.
They're
us.
Like,
it's us.
It's us.
They're like, we don't actually want to hear your voice.
Yeah. So now we're okay. I'm making sure we're gonna get some reads. Okay, I think we're good. Making sure that we're good to go here. I think knock on.
Can you actually stop saying it? Just wait until we get through the season. Don't say we're good. Don't say it.
I'm just gonna say this. We got 2 of the same camera. They're brand new. There's a record on there, and we can see the record there, and we can see it.
Courtney got a shade for her face.
I got a shade because there was a big flash of light. You know what? It's not perfect because our plants died.
Yeah, that you know what? But that was on me because I have like this need for plants, and I think I hear my kids screaming in the background.
Yeah.
Need for plants, and then you were like, "Let's just get fake plants." I was like, "Ah."
Yeah.
And then
I don't want to, but
I have to. But it's also it's also the season of you being pregnant, and I forget. Like when I was pregnant with Lenny during the harvesting season in summer, the last thing I wanted to do was take care of a plant. So
it's literally the last thing. I didn't.
Yeah.
We did that garden. I don't know. Did you come and help me plant this stuff this year?
No.
Okay. Well, I planted that garden. I didn't do anything to it after I got pregnant. It's just like, nope.
Yep. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah. It was, I think I planted it right after I had my miscarriage. I was like, oh, this will be healing. And then like we went through trying to get pregnant again, and then I got pregnant and then didn't. And then it didn't.
Yeah.
Stuff grew. I just didn't do anything with it.
PJ made fun of me last year when I was pregnant with Lenny. He was like, so, because it was July when July hit and I was like in the thick of first trimester. The heat made me so nauseous.
Yes.
And he was like, oh, so we're not gonna take care of this, because he had built this beautiful garden bed. Yeah. And I was like, I can't. Yeah. Like I physically can't touch it. I cannot go out. I can't smell. We did snap peas, and the smell of the snap pea, for whatever reason,
weird as shit,
gave this odor that I instantly vomited.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I couldn't
touch. You don't think it would give an odor?
No, but it does.
I've seen 2 of my friends, well, she hasn't announced yet, so I won't say who it is. But 2 of my friends, they can't stand water. I'm like,
I've seen that too. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I had to have it cold. I couldn't do lukewarm water though.
Yes. Ice cold.
Yeah. My big thing was vitamins. So the prenatal, the smell of opening the cabinet sent me.
Yes. I took the prenatals, thank God, like in the very, very beginning. Well, before leading up to pregnancy. And then in the very, very beginning, I was okay. Like 4 or 5 weeks. And then 6 weeks, 7 weeks hit. And I was like, nope. So baby's a little malnourished, I guess, but I feel like that's a very common thing. It's a very hard thing to
honestly take. The only thing I can tell the difference between Lenny, because Lenny I didn't do it as well as River because I had such bad nausea, is Lenny has lighter hair. So I'm like, maybe that was it, because they like came out pretty much similar. Like Lenny has lighter skin complexion. I'm like, does the amount of prenatals dictate melanin in the skin? I don't know. But,
I don't think that's it.
But,
You're probably just fine. And then I did a lot of research because someone was like, you're not taking your vitamins. It's gonna neural tube's gonna close. And I was like, oh crap. And then I read,
I know
as
people,
long as you do it before you get pregnant and like,
right.
you're
But I
fine.
also read there's a couple, because there's this new movement of anti-prenatals, which I'm not for. That is not a thing for me. But there's like this rabbit hole of like what, because truthfully, right, we talked about this before. I mean, if you want to go in the conspiracy route, like, you know, Bill Clinton actually came out and said there was a time for about 30 some years where they were giving pregnant women iron pills laced with radiation. And so there is a lot of, like, because essentially it's not a perfect food. It is a supplement. You know, it is for all intents and purposes packaged goods, right? Processed. But, you know, if you have to understand that you have to start the trust somewhere. And at the end of the day, if your first trimester is anything like ours, where you're like, I do not want, like, you are averted to nourishing foods, then you have to get it somewhere else. And so I don't know. I'm not a big proponent. I've seen a couple of people and I know knocking, like, whatever your decision. But personally speaking, the amount of stuff that I vomited if I did not take a prenatal, I'm pretty sure because what I have learned is if the baby's going to get the baby, whatever the baby needs,
Right.
it's down to
It's
you.
gonna pull it.
It's going to pull it from you.
Yeah.
So, I just personally am pro prenatal, but I did, for the times that I couldn't, like, I mean, there were days where I was like, I can't even stomach it. I at least got down my DHA.
Yeah.
That I could do.
Yeah.
So
I didn't get down any of it.
that's okay.
I was just like, okay.
But you ate a lot. Like,
I
you're
ate a lot.
I could not eat.
Yeah.
You could take down, like, you were like, I can have it. The fact that you could eat eggs was astounding to me.
I don't think I did.
What did you eat in them? Like, when I ordered you the breakfast plates.
I could do it as long as I didn't. Okay, yeah, you're right.
You didn't cook eggs.
I couldn't cook it. Like,
Yeah.
if it was from somewhere else and I didn't have to smell it being cooked. And
Yeah.
then, yes, you're right, because you brought me over that breakfast plate and I was like, I opened it and I was like, whew, hold on. Okay, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
But yes, I could sometimes. I didn't eat a lot though.
You did pretty good for the protein route, I will tell you.
I think so, but also a lot of it was fast food.
That doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
mean, like, no,
It's
like,
just
like that all goes out the window. I don't care what anybody says. Like, especially since you live in this, if we lived in like Argentina in the jungle and that's all we made, like, you wouldn't be craving that.
Yeah.
But we live in the fast
It
food
is
world.
what
Like,
it
it is what it is. If I'm going to, I need a freaking French fry. I'm going to get a freaking French fry.
I now want French fries. Thanks.
I do love it. And you know what I found out? My mom craved French fries when she was pregnant with me. And it is like my one, like, I need a French fry.
No, I ate a lot of
Do
French
you
fries
want a
with
French fry?
Easton, and he's like, fries.
Yeah.
And I think my mom did the same thing, and I love fries. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, I know you don't like them, but McDonald's fries or something.
It's not that I don't like them. It is that I despise them.
I've got a lot of equipment for me.
And the reason, because they're just never, I need hot fries. Okay.
They're never hot?
No, not for me. I don't know. I don't know. The fry gods hate me, but there is something
I have
about,
a trick for you.
no, I don't want a trick. I want to open the bag to hot fries.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a trick. There's one right near Nectar, Lebanon Road. The best fries.
Okay.
Okay.
There was a study.
Do you want to know why?
What?
The corporate office for that one is literally
Oh,
right there.
so people are, yeah.
So every time I'm like, oh, they're on their shit.
Yeah. But In-N-Out's open now here, so I think I'm going to go. And I do love their fries.
People don't like them. I was reading like a bunch of stuff and I'm like, I like their fries. I like their burgers. And people were like comparing it to Sonic. I was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No.
we forget that we live in the South, and that's all that they're used to. Like, they're not used to like the epicness of an In-N-Out burger.
Like, the sauce is so.
I mean, these are the same people that when Vietnamese food showed up here, and they said, "Oh my god!" Like they're like, if you look at some of like the Vietnamese food that has been here for a while, and you look at their reviews, when they first started, people were complaining that they were given raw meat in their pho, and you're like, well, that's the whole point of pho, is this like quality raw meat that you pour over your hot liquid. But like, they're like, I cannot believe that you would give me raw meat, and you're like, you are so uncultured, sir.
Very uncultured with the food down here. It's just like everything.
Yeah, if Sonic is your best burger, we have problems.
We have huge problems. And like Whataburger is, in my opinion, better than Sonic, and people love I don't like Whataburger personally.
I
It's
don't.
not good.
No.
You went to Whataburger a few times though. Is it because it's like right next to
Just 'cause it's right
Hobo's?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because my River went through a burger phase. And so that we would go to Hopewell and then she would be like, I want a burger. And it's, to me, like, as far as like the fast food goes, I was like, oh, I'll just get her that. But no, I don't personally like the burger. No, I like bougie burgers, but they get really expensive real fast. So I like, Pharmacy Burger here. So good. What was the other
Jack
burger?
Brown's.
Hop Dottie. Nothing better than Hop Dottie.
Hop Dottie is really good.
Because you get a Wagyu burger and then you're like, but
Jack Brown's.
I love Jack Brown's.
Jack Brown's is so good.
Yeah.
And just like the thing about the burgers is you have to just get it with just cheese or just something.
Yeah.
To like test it out, and then you do all this stuff. But that's how you know you have a good burger. If you eat it with just cheese.
Yeah. And the problem with that, and the reason why it gets so expensive, is because like in those places, those burgers, you can't drive through. Like, right. And so when you're pregnant with a toddler, the last thing you want to do is drive your ass out there and get up and get out the door. And also you're only picking up, right? So I don't think anyone realizes, this is what I'm with, especially with Lenny. Like if I take her out of the car seat, we're out of the car seat for an hour. Yeah. I can't just put her right back. I can't just walk out, put her right back in. It's like a whole thing. That. Like they're like, whoa. I don't want to get back in here. Right. Yeah. And so I don't want to fight that. So I just end up going through where it has a drive-through. So if there could be a good, like organic drive-through burger next time I'm pregnant, that'd be great.
It'd be awesome.
In and out. Well, they're not organic,
but it's better quality.
I agree.
So yes. Did you know that the Whataburger that just opened not even a year ago down here in Mount Juliet, apparently there's a rumor that it's closing already because they can't get enough. And that's just crazy to me because we were talking about how Whataburger was such a huge thing and everyone loved it. But now, like,
can I tell you why? Because the people suck working there. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's everywhere in Whataburger, but for even the one here in our location, like, I hate to say it about the person. It's just like it takes forever. Yeah. I never, it doesn't matter if I order just a fry. It doesn't matter if I order the meal. It doesn't matter if and this is not complaining about them. And it's just like, I don't know what's going on back there, but the management of it, I guess, there's never a time where I don't have to drive up and then wait 10 more minutes.
No, literally there's nobody ever in the drive-thru. You pull up and they're like, okay, can you pull up there? And you're like, why? Like, yeah. Why can't I just sit here? There's no one also behind me.
Right.
Like, what?
Right.
It's just crazy. I mean, the good thing is that you are probably getting fresher food that way. Like, you know that it's not just like coming like right out. It's already been pre-made. That's something that my mom actually taught me. She's like, anytime you go to like a fast food restaurant, make sure that you get it with just cheese, like mod it, because then you know that it's coming out fresher and they don't just have it all just made ready to go.
How do you know they're not just slapping cheese on it though? How do you know it's actually fresher?
It's like fresher as in like it's freshly like put together. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just sitting there with the ketchup and everything just kind of getting soggy. Like you know that they don't have just like, I technically get mine, and you're gonna think this is disgusting. I technically get mine even at McDonald's with patty, cheese, light mayonnaise, and lettuce. That's all I get on mine.
I like mayonnaise,
but like everyone else gets it with like the mustard and the onions and stuff like that. So those onions and all that stuff isn't just sitting on there. They have to like assemble it for you for what you want.
Oh, so I hear you. So it's a lot.
It's not. I mean, the patty could be sitting there and the cheese could be sitting there, obviously, like separate. But like assembled together, it's the most fresh instead of it just like all sitting together. So that was my tip for the day. I love it. My favorite part is that we talked about the very first time that we got in here, like, hey, like we hate fast food, or at least I said it.
Yeah, but first trimester pregnancy.
Like, here's your mod.
Yeah, here's your mod. First trimester pregnancy just takes you back to like the comfort foods, and unfortunately, I mean, we're from the north, so comfort food for us is like Taco Bell.
Yes.
You know. We're not talking about grandma's like chicken and dumplings. Like we're like, well, give me.
Well, I am. My grandma's from the South, so I was like, these are my comfort foods. Like if I make something, it's comfort food. I don't do well with like health stuff. Like, Justin's really good at making like really good chicken that's healthy. I'm like soups, pot roast, like stuff that's just like hearty. I can do all day long. Oh, that's my specialty. You've had my soup.
Yeah, I do like the gnocchi one.
Yeah,
it's good.
But no, comfort food still is. It is still also fast food too.
Yeah,
it's so easy.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Traveling. Well, traveling. I mean, speaking of traveling, that's probably another time when that stuff goes out the window too. Because like if you're 100%. Like especially if you're relying. So fortunately for us, this last time we were at my grandmother's house, and she cooks so well. But when we visit other family members, that might not be the case. And so I'm like, let's just order out, you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, when you're kind of, I don't know what you would call this, but I've realized in my life, in my family, there are a few people who are like the default buyers.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I can see in here.
Oh, is he?
Oh, so like you can keep talking. Yeah.
Yeah, but you keep smacking yourself with the mic. Here, bend back down. Bend over.
Brittany.
God, we know what else gonna smack me in the face. This is how baby number 2s are made. Yeah.
This is just me every day. This is how I operate.
Getting smacked in the face.
Shit. Yeah, getting smacked in the face. Sorry, I had to make sure that I had the baby monitor because Easton is napping, and I just realized I can't hear it from there. So.
Also, we have a babysitter, so they're not home alone in the rooms by themselves. So
No, we have a babysitter out in the backyard.
I'm like, I hear my baby crying. You're like, Easton's napping in the
Oh yeah,
we're out in the shed, just like no, we have a babysitter.
No, it's nice. We have a babysitter now where we don't have to like schedule her like an hour and a half before we actually like go to the studio and all that stuff. We're able to just have her now like here and we can see her like So it's really nice.
It's kind of like a nanny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we have a pod nanny.
A pod nanny. Okay, so we were talking about traveling, as you were saying. Sorry, I totally interrupted you.
No, I don't care.
I was trying to sneakily grab it.
No, I was just while we're on the subject of food, I just thought it made me think of like when else does diet go out the window for us? And I know that there are a lot of people who are like, if you wanted to, you would, and that's true. But I personally don't want to. Yeah. I mean, I want to do my best and pick better foods, but sometimes, you know, you're in a rush. Like in our case at home, like we don't have a car. I stopped renting a car because it's just like we use it maybe once of the week, but the one time you need it, you really need it. And most of the time we go grocery shopping and we get our foods, but then there's just like, I'm in someone else's kitchen or, you know, there's like, you know, the kids want to get out. And so we go and we, you know, travel and get fast food. And so the problem with me and what I'm learning in my family is that there's like default buyers. There are default people who spend the money. Right. And I've become one of those default buyers.
I know.
Yeah. And so again, if I'm going out, chances are I need someone else to help me get there.
And you pay for their food.
And then I have to pay for their food, right? And so that changes my dynamic because what I would buy for myself would end up being a $200 meal because I'm now buying for other people as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. What was I gonna say? Is there any? That's my child. Oh, is there anything that you go home to like Philadelphia that you go and get like a cheesesteak? Like I was in Pittsburgh and they have capriati, so I got a Bobby. Do you?
Yeah. There's a very specific pizza that I get, Pica's Pizza.
Okay.
And then there is a very specific order for hoagies and cheesesteaks that we get. We didn't get them this time. We didn't get cheesesteaks this time, but it's Ishka Bibbles on South Street.
Okay.
And then the hoagie place, I don't know. It's my grandpa's like spot, but it's like a corner store of like an old Italian family, and they just kill it with the hoagie game. And like, I mean, when I'm telling you, you buy like a $6 hoagie, and it is filled with just meat and cheese. Those are the things that I'm like, I have to get while I'm here. In the summertime, it's water ice, like you know, and that's Pops. Down in Broad, it's on Broad Street or Orange. I can't remember. 10th and Broad, 10th and Orange. And the rest is my grandma's food though. Like the first time I get there, I have to have soup. Yeah. She just makes this Thai. She told me the name of it and I just forgot it in my brain. But it's similar to pho, but it is like a Thai version of it. So it has more of like a fish sauce and like a more of like a browner, heartier broth. But it's just incredible, and she fries her own garlic, so it's amazing. And then that's really it. Like I have to have soup at least 3 or 4 times while I'm there.
I always want to tell you, can you bring some back? But I'm not
she's teaching me how to make it. I always miss one thing. So
you should have video her the entire time.
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, and I don't think it's sometimes I think it's because I haven't let the she likes it, she calls it similar because she like her accent's so cute, but she means simmer. You have to simmer that meat like all day because the longer the meat and the bones sit, the heartier that broth feels.
Okay.
So that's really what I miss because I'm just like out on it for time.
Yeah.
So one day I'll do it. But.
Yeah. No, it looks so good. I'm always like, there's like dumplings, like whatever I think it's dumplings or something. Does she have dumplings? Whatever those things are, they look good.
Oh, are you talking about the spring rolls?
Maybe no.
She doesn't make dumplings.
Whatever she makes, it's great. And I want it, and I'm like, well, can you bring that back? But I'm not gonna have you do that, obviously.
Well, we do bring back her meatballs. We bring
Okay.
So I always have one extra bag
Okay.
that I could bring home, and it's 50 pounds worth of dry beef and meatballs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do bring some back.
I do bring bring
Okay.
some back.
Cool. Yeah. I'd say when I go back home, it's Capriotti's, a cheesesteak of some sort. I know that I could probably be more specific of what I wanted to get, but like I don't go up to Philly technically, so I probably get like Tony Romo's, which is better than anything down here.
Yeah.
I really don't eat cheesesteaks down here at all. Like I won't do it. I won't do any kind of crab.
Have you not gone to Nadine's?
I'll do it at Nadine's.
Okay, they're like the best Philly cheesesteak in
You
town.
have to have the right bread. It's the Omarosa's bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what makes a cheesesteak. And then also, I like the sliced beef, but I do like it chopped up.
I prefer
but
it
it
chopped
has
up.
to be like, it just has to be good. I don't know. There's bad cheesesteaks out there. Same with crab cakes. I have to have a crab cake on the coast. I can't.
Oh yeah, well because the crab
do it
cakes here, no, you're never gonna find a crab cake here.
No, it's disappointing. It's just not. It's not right. It's a sin. It's
and even the
absolute
ones that
sin.
like may taste good, they lack the flavor because
Yes.
it's just not. Yeah, no.
And people here don't know what Old Bay is.
Yeah. Okay. So when I first moved here, I had to buy Old Bay. They never sold. They finally sell it here in grocery
they
stores.
do, yeah.
But when I first moved here 8 years ago, they did not.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I could
used
never.
to have to get it from.
And I literally would say to somebody because they would because they it was so crazy. They do like crawfish boils and things like that. And I'd be like, "You guys have Old Bay?"
Yeah.
Old Bay.
I could literally just like lick it right off of a crab.
Or Old Bay fries. Like how do you not want Old Bay with cheese all over?
Chicky and Pete's.
Chickies and Pete's, yeah.
With cheese sauce.
The life.
Okay.
Yeah. See, and this is why we
Damn
crave
it.
the things we crave when we're pregnant.
No, and I can't even go to Chicky and Pete's right now and get those crab fries, which is so annoying.
I was about to tell you to go to the airport, and then I realized it's the wrong airport. I'm like, it's at the airport.
Yeah, I was just drive. It's fine. So yeah. Anyways, so traveling, we wanted to kind of follow up. There was some couple of things that I realized that we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
which is
So I think
very crucial.
I think we went on a tangent of where we were, so it was like more relevant to what we were going through at the moment.
Yeah.
So you're right. So packing was like the number one thing.
Yeah, I was like, why did we even talk about packing? I was like, how did we not talk about this? So today's episode, I feel like we've kind of talked about it a little bit already.
Travel point two.
We're to travel, but also just random ass shit. Like, there's no format to this. Like, I was just writing some funny things I think we should talk about on the podcast as well as packing. Because how long can we possibly talk about packing?
I don't know. It is you. You are.
It is you.
You're the organizer.
Oh well, yes. Maybe I could probably elaborate on this subject, but
You were. She sent me a photo of her taking Easton, and you had like packed everything. Like he's sitting in the. You
Yeah.
posted it just recently, and he's sitting in the.
no, I just sent it to you.
Oh, you just sent it to me. You didn't post it. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you did. So she has Easton in this a suitcase, and then like everything's labeled. And you even have it labeled like day one outfit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no,
Day
that was
one.
never me.
No, it was day one outfit daytime. Because I was trying to make sure I wasn't overpacking. So I would label like, okay, let's put 2 outfits in for each day.
Can I tell you what I packed this time?
Yes.
My grandmother said, "Hey, I'm going to buy them clothes." I said, "Great." So I brought one extra pair of clothing,
That's amazing.
and I was like, "No." I came home with an extra suitcase, but like I brought 1 pajama,
Yeah.
2 socks, extra pair of underwear just in case, because River is young, just in case there was an accident, but there wasn't, and diapers.
Saddle up because I am completely opposite. I pack everything in the sun. I don't like to be unprepared at all. And it takes me forever to pack because not only am I doing all the laundry, I'm making sure that we don't come home to any laundry, and I make sure that the house is completely clean.
That I agree with. Getting the house, I like having the house cleaned and operated put together before we leave, so that we don't come home to having to do more chores.
When I went to your house to grab the podcast equipment, your house was very clean.
No, it's because PJ had no kids.
I walked in, I was like, oh, it's really clean.
Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, I have to have all. So this takes me like a full day to do because I'm doing laundry, I'm cleaning the house, taking care of the kid, also taking care of the dogs, getting them ready for wherever they're gonna go. Or I don't have dogs. I used to have dogs, a dog and a cat. So packing for them as well and coordinating all of that. Like just there's so many moving pieces, and I realize Justin makes the money, right? So like I'm fine with taking all this stuff on, but I realize how easy it is for him to just come home and like throw a few things in a suitcase, where I'm sitting here all day like coordinating like all of the things. Like, okay, we got to pack this, grab that. Okay, like everything is in my head, and he really just has to make sure he brings like an extra pair of underwear. So yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot of things to bring. I think about like where we're gonna be, what's the weather like all of the different stuff. How many bags do you bring?
One.
You bring one?
All three of us are in one suitcase, and if PJ's in there, it's usually maybe one extra carry-on, but just one.
Yeah,
I've gotten to the point to like, okay, so this is the same.
You're checking that bag though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The same logic for me of like, for example, I came here. I'm like, okay, I got the baby bag, my phone, and then like maybe, and in my mind, if I don't have it, like, then we have to roll without it. So I stopped worrying about where we're like, of course, like weather appropriate clothing, got that. But like, as far as like, do they have enough toys? Do they have enough? I decided to just stop that because we will figure it out wherever we are. Right. And inevitably, especially if you go home, I think a lot of the times people don't realize like family is coming over and like at least 2 people are bringing some toys. So they have toys, right? Like also like if you have to, I'm a big fan, you know, Kara actually taught me this, like there is nothing wrong with dollar store stuff. Like I don't mind getting like coloring books, like little craft things, you know, and so I just stopped worrying about what is like all of the what ifs of traveling, and then just I enjoy it way more. Yeah. And then also like I'm just not afraid of doing laundry wherever we go now. Like we can't do hotel rooms. I have to have laundry service. Yeah. Because I don't like coming home to having more things to do. Yeah. But also it makes rotating easier. So I don't have to pack per day, you know? Right. And kids are just like, you know, most of the time, like Lenny was in her pajamas, you know?
Right. Every time I overpack, and I think I have, or not even overpack, I pack and I do it like, okay, I'm going to wear this today. I end up wearing the same thing like 5 times.
Yeah. Especially if you're going home. I think you just are just in chill mode. So I put one nice outfit just in case we do anything outside the home, and then the rest of them just like in sweats the whole time. It's just fine. But yeah, you are extremely organized in that sense.
Well, I think another thing too that you probably didn't, because you exclusively breastfed, you didn't have to bring all of this stuff, like a pump. You didn't have to bring bottles. You didn't have to bring in stuff to wash the bottles. Like that for a long time took up a lot of room in the suitcase. That's true. But no, I mean, we're pretty much the same. We do one big suitcase, me and Easton, and that's the one that we check. And then we typically do like a carry-on for Justin. And then this past time, I thought Southwest was charging for baggage. So I did a carry-on for each of us. And then we ended up checking them. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm not that bad. I just probably pack more.
No, I think you're also more organized in packing. So
also people aren't buying me clothes.
I think the overpacking comes from the non-organization route, right? Like you're like wanting to make sure you have everything. So you're like, oh, maybe this, and then maybe this, and then I'll throw in 2 more outfits. And I'm from the unorganized underpacking. I'd rather underpack. I'd rather, you know, like I don't mind going and, you know, running to Target for like maybe an extra pair of jeans or something if I have to, because it to me, I just don't want to stress about like the traveling aspect of it, especially if you're going somewhere like familiar, like a family home. Like I just send stuff there. Yeah. So I send a pack of diapers because we're going to be there for a week. So I might as well send a pack of diapers.
That's actually really smart because that takes up a lot of room.
It does take a lot. And it's not even, it's not even just the weight. It's just the room. You know, you know, I have now at my grandmother's house, I have like a bin of like our specific laundry soap, our specific, hair and shampoo, our specific like things that you need for daily cleanliness, you know, toothpaste and stuff like that. So I don't have to pack any of that.
So I had to pack all that stuff. Yeah. So so it does. Yeah. I'm like, okay, gotta get the shampoo that we use. Gotta get this because I don't know what they have there. Yeah. So yes. Okay. So that's nice that you don't have to bring that stuff. Yeah. It's really, really nice. So I'm basically a psychopath, and Brittany doesn't give a shit.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm just go with the flow, man. Because half the time I just, I traveled so much in my youth that there was so many times where I was so worried about that bag. Sometimes the bag didn't make it. Sometimes, like I went to Thailand, and like in between in Malaysia, I had my bag ransacked, and like my Michael Kors watch got stolen. Like I remember these things. Yeah. So now I'm just like, yeah, just put what you need. Put the things you definitely need in there. And
I've
then
definitely scaled back more and more as I've gotten older, but yeah, it's.
I do envy people like you though that can like think about your day.
Like you, isn't it so funny? I'm like, I wish I didn't give a shit. I really do. Like, I wish I didn't give a shit because it would be a lot of like less anxiety, less time wasted, like doing more important things. You prioritize what you have. I prioritize everything.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable.
I think I get, it's not that I don't give a shit though. Like it's like more like I'm like a minimalist.
Yeah. But you like realize what you have to absolutely have, and you roll with that. You don't think about the what ifs. Mm-mm. You're just like, the what if is if it comes up, then I'll go to Target while I'm there.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we don't go to Target. We save our money.
Well, you're right. I mean, that's the other part of it too, is that, but how often do I need my what ifs? That's
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So packing, that's really all we wanted to talk about, right? I think that's what I had.
Yeah. I mean, it does. I will say, without, sending my stuff there, when you do travel, you do realize like your home comforts, like the things that you have to have or the things that you need. Like, so, my family is not clean living. My entire family is not clean living.
Yeah. You mean like clean as in like
they use like
or like
holistic?
Okay.
Yeah. So my grandmother was like, and bless her, because I was like, I actually called my aunt and my mom, and I was like, I don't know how to handle this, because I don't want to say something that I don't want to offend her.
Yeah.
But she cleaned her sheets with Tide Febreze. And I'm telling you, bro, the second I like lifted it, I was like instant headache.
I used to love the smell of it. Now I can't do it.
Yeah. When you, and I'm like, maybe it's a me thing, right? Because if you come in my house, you probably smell, I'm sure people smell dog or whatever, but like I don't do scents anymore. Yeah. I really do. I don't have like even the spray stuff is oil, like essential oils.
Right.
And it's like a mist spray that just goes away. Or I like make my own stuff with oranges. So the synthetic scents, they just affect me. I would rather sit out in the middle of pollen season and deal with having a little bit of a, like getting like a sneeze attack on that than sit for 10 minutes in a room full of Febreze.
Okay. So how did you do?
Not great. Instant headache.
Yeah. And you don't have the heart to tell her, like.
No. So what I did was I blamed it on the baby. I said, oh man, the baby peed on the sheets. I have to rewash them. Because she was so excited. She was like, I just washed all the sheets, and they were warm. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And the baby had just like laid down to, I was like, oh, so I went to change her, and she didn't really pee. I just like accidentally the diaper went the other way,
Yeah.
But I was like, oh man, she peed all over the sheets. What am I gonna do?
What did you wash them with? Did you send Truly Free to your house?
I didn't send Truly Free to my house. I should have.
Okay, quick pause, because this actually ties perfectly into Brittany rewashing her sheets at her grandmother's house. So let's clear something up. Clean clothes and sheets don't smell like anything. That strong, clean laundry scent that you're smelling, that's usually leftover detergent, either way too much of it or toxic ingredients that never fully rinse out. And those big laundry brands, they want that scent to stick. So they load their products with fragrances and chemicals that cling to fabric and then sit on your skin while you sleep. And this is why we love Truly Free Home. Their laundry system is 100% non-toxic, rinses clean, and has no cover-ups, just actually clean clothes and sheets. Right now, their Ultimate Laundry Bundle resets your entire routine in one go for $49 instead of $174. But it's only for a limited time, so head to the link in our show notes to grab it, because clean shouldn't come with a smell or a health risk. Okay, back to it.
But I really like actually is it Zoom or Zoomy, frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah.
Which my grandmother then, when I did wash them in there, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this smell." And I was like, "Yes, keep going." So she used it the whole way through.
Oh, good.
So I blamed it on the baby. I used the frankincense and myrrh scent, which I really do like from that. And I poured vinegar and I washed them twice. The very first wash I just did vinegar. So, FYI, if you don't like scents, you can either put them outside and let the wind take it for a couple hours, or you have to rewash it. You cannot dry it out. It actually sets the scent in more. Right. And so that's why I had to lie and be like, and then thankfully I went to confession after that.
You were so serious when you said that.
I was like, I'm so sorry, Father, I lied.
It's okay. I went to confession.
I went to confession. But it was more, I was trying to, cause what was I going to do? Be like, oh man, this stinks, right? That would hurt her feelings, my grandmother I think it would hurt anybody's feelings, but my grandmother specifically is very limited language. Her whole being is giving and taking care of her family.
Yeah.
And if I even so subtly uttered that what she did was like hurting me, it would have sent her into depression. And so I was like, I am not willing to have this argument or die on this hill with her.
Like
I'm just going to blame the baby.
It's just like the fast food. It's like, let's pick and choose our battles. It's only for a couple days. Like it's not going to kill us.
Yeah. I will say though that, family, if you're listening, we could take it easy a little bit on the sugar. Cause I think that's what people don't really. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure River's got her first cavity. I'm really? Fighting the putty. I'm fighting it as much as I can. But the problem is that like they get there and it's like they want. I fight with this all the time because people who are very convicted. I pray for the discernment and the conviction that some of these like crunchier moms have. Right, where like absolutely not. But there is a small people pleasing in me that still exists, and it exists mostly for my family because I want them to enjoy the time with my kids, especially since this time we went home and like my grandfather is, now he got diagnosed with like congestive heart failure, right? So he's, his time is limited. And I keep remembering this like TikTok thing where it's like, you think you have 5 years, but it may only actually be 10 trips if you're thinking that you go home twice a year, right? Exactly. And so my grandmother constantly getting sick and my grandfather constantly getting sick and then the family fighting, I just, you know what? I'm just going to surrender control a little bit.
100%, yeah.
But I think when people think of like their love language with kids, like for some reason, sugar is this equivalent with you. You're like, I need to give them cookies. I need to give them donuts. I need to like, no. Like you can cook them. Like my grandmother cooked, my kids ate more soup from my grandmother than they did the Dunkin' Donuts that my aunt sent. Right. Yeah. And so you're like, why is this like this in your brain, this parallel of like child's happiness equals sugar?
Because sugar is addiction, and they think that kids will and they know that it is addictive. There's some stink bugs in here. There was one that was just hanging out.
Yeah, he's right here. He's hanging out with me over here. Just flew over.
We just always have bugs. Technical bugs, real bugs, wasps.
We're just very buggy up in here. Well, speaking of bugs, so with the sugar, that's how I realized this whole course of this week that we was at my grandma's house. That's how I realized like River I know she has a parasite. Because she went from like wanting like one donut to being like, I need another one. I mean like 5 donuts.
And that's the thing that's why like when you want to start them young like this, that's what we want to avoid. Is like you're like, okay, I just want to avoid. And people are like, well, they can have it here and there. And I'm like, yeah, but then they have it that one time, and then it's like very hard to go back from that. Right. Very, very hard.
And you guys, so I remember when River was starting to like eat regular foods and stuff, and people were like, you're gonna prevent her, like she's gonna have no fun, right? And I think she didn't realize what she wasn't having until she had it. The no fun part exists when you introduce that addiction, exactly, and then you try to remove it.
Exactly.
Right? It's not. If I had never given her a donut, we wouldn't be having this.
You weren't at Easton's first birthday, but when we gave him cake, he hated it.
Yeah, like, River hated hers too.
Like, what is this crap?
Yeah, Lenny wants nut. Lenny would rather have
blueberries.
She would rather have a steak. Girl's first food was a steak. Yeah. She would rather suck the blood out of a steak. I'm like, please do that for as long as possible.
You were worried about the stink bug.
I don't like stink bugs. It's the one bug I can't do.
And don't touch him. If you don't touch him, he won't stink.
I'm not worried about him stinking. I don't want him flying near me.
Okay. Do you want me to get him?
No, I just want him to why does he have to get closer to me is my question mark.
You just attract all living things. You know this.
I don't mind other living things, but you in particular are not my friend, and I don't want you anywhere near me.
You're so upset right now.
They just look weird.
They do. They look like aliens. But like you're more concerned about the stink bug than you were the wasps.
Yes, because the wasp actually has a purpose in life. This guy just stinks.
He does stink.
And he is not a friend of my plant. See, he's about to fly. I know it.
Do you want me to just get him to fly to get it over with?
Nope. Maybe he'll just stay there.
Okay.
But they rummage in my garden. They have a weird like bzz, like sound to them.
There goes Easton.
Okay. Anyway,
sorry.
I'm gonna stand over here a little closer. At my face.
I've never seen you scared of anything.
I would rather sit in a room full of like 10 spiders.
Really? Yeah, I'm not scared of spiders or snakes or bugs, really. I don't like knives. That's my fear.
A knife is a fear?
A knife is a fear. So
like a knife like laying out? Or like using a knife?
I feel like I can use it, but if you have it in your hand, instant anxiety. I'm afraid people are just going to turn around and stab me, or like I'm in the kitchen, or they're in the kitchen and like I like, like walk over and they don't see me walking and like I'm going to get stabbed. I watch Scream.
I'm that way about an oven.
Really?
Yep. And it's particularly like not that you would, and maybe everybody, but I have this fear of like holding it. I don't hold the baby. I have this fear in my head of holding a baby, opening an oven, and then falling in.
What are you, like the Hansel and Gretel witch?
No, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like she's gonna wiggle.
We're talking about candy, just sugaring them up. Now we're putting them.
Now we're throwing them in an oven. Oh yeah, we are the Rapunzel. What is it? Not Rapunzel. What's it called? Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, because one time when River was little, PJ was making something and he had opened the oven. I'm like, "Are you out of your friggin' mind?" And he was like, "What are you talking?" I'm like, "What if she just rolls intrusive thoughts?"
These are crazy intrusive thoughts that you get. And I'm not looking forward to those. I think about them all the time. I remember I used to have my tweezers, and they're like very sharp tweezers, and I was so afraid that I was going to somehow poke Easton's eyeball out.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to use it around him. Like,
yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah. So yeah, my thing is if anybody's around my children, holding my children, and they're in my kitchen or in their kitchen with the oven, I don't want my like I can't even have her crawling because I'm scared that like she'll like go to stand up and like burn her. It freaks me out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Especially if you have like multiple kids, like and you're trying to cook something, like they're just running around.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've had those scares, but I don't think I have it like as an intrusive thought like that. Not like the knives.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I saw Scream at a very young age.
Okay.
My mom.
I'm like, did someone try to stab you once? I don't know.
No, I just like the thought of. Like, do you remember that last scene in Scream where they're like?
I didn't see Scream.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay. Well, this last scene in Scream, they're basically like trying to frame. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it, you don't care.
It's 20 years old now. You might as well.
Yeah, I think you're like the only person that hasn't seen it. But they're basically trying to frame the main character, and they're just going back and forth and like stabbing each other. And it's like very just like you just kind of see them like stab.
Is it a horror movie or is it like a
horror movie? Yeah, yeah, like a what's it called? A Scream. I don't know. There's like screamo movies. I don't know.
Okay.
Like a Halloween where like the moms are screaming, or there's always a girl that's screaming her head off, like running around. Whatever. Anyways, so they're just going back and forth, like taking turns of like stabbing each other, but like not trying to hit like important organs, and just like the thought of just something piercing through your flesh, then piercing.
Says the C-section lady. They literally cut you open with a knife.
I didn't want to have a C-section. Like, wait a minute, hold on.
Oh, where'd he go? He flew away.
He's right there. I see him. I think he's cozying by the fire. Honestly, they all come. This is the problem: is that we have a shed, and it's in our backyard. And it's nice. It's got drywall. It's nicely done. The windows probably need to be replaced. But guys, they're all seeking warmth. And like, since it's like in the middle of my backyard, that's why they're coming in here. Because all of a sudden now we have all the heat on. So they just kind of gravitate to this place.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Just checking in.
Wait, what?
I'm just checking in.
Okay. So C-section. Yeah, I didn't want a C-section. Do you even know the story about like all the things I did in order not to have a C?
Yes, you told me this. Yes, yeah. with the candles and the feet.
The moxibustion, yeah. The toe candles. I mean, that.
By the way, update then, bump date. How are you doing?
Oh, yes.
Because you are now.
At 20 weeks tomorrow.
This is something I'm not gatekeeping and something I get asked about all the time. If you're pregnant, postpartum, or even thinking about growing your family and you're also looking to support your overall wellness, I want to share about Needed. What makes Needed different is that it's not just another prenatal off the shelf. Their products are personally picked by the wellness and health providers that we trust the most. Second, their formulas are way more comprehensive and actually absorb into your body. So instead of the bare minimum, you're getting nutrients and forms your body can really use, especially during pregnancy. And one thing that really stands out, choline. Most prenatals barely include it, if at all. And it's such an important nutrient for both mom and baby. Needed actually prioritizes it. I started taking Needed as a prenatal before we were even thinking about growing our family again, and I can genuinely feel the difference. On the days that I forget to take it, I notice. And on the days that I do, my body thanks me. So if you're looking for something thoughtfully made, practitioner backed, and supported for this season, this is it. The link is in the show notes, and you can use code TruthMoms to support the show.
Did you get your anatomy scan yet?
Monday.
Oh.
So I'm really excited about that. Baby is growing. I feel like I'm like 40 weeks pregnant, like just by the way I look, but it like makes me happy.
You do not look, no.
Well, I wear baggy. I'm not one of those women that like show off my bump because I don't love the shape of my bump. I'm very grateful for my bump, but I don't love, it's like a bee belly kind of thing that I have going on. So I don't wear tight clothing. I wear like a lot of like loose stuff. So you can't really see it, but like if I were to lift it, which I'm not going to, you would see it feels bigger than when I was 20 weeks with Easton. And I think that that's normal for a second.
Oh, 100%. Because your body, because your body is more adapted, the growth changes and stuff. And
yeah. So, I'm doing great. Excited for the anatomy scan. I don't really have many updates when it comes to like, I don't know, like things that are going on with the baby. I'm starting to feel a lot more.
Oh, yay.
So
He's going kicks.
Feeling like the flutter kicks. I think she said last time, because at Nova, what is nice is that they have that little laptop ultrasound, so you can kind of get like a sneak peek in between your ultrasounds to kind of see how they're doing. I think she said I have an anterior.
Oh, so it's in the front. Yeah, so it's like a pillow more.
Yes, but I'm still feeling things.
Yeah,
so,
you will.
So there's that.
Lenny was anterior for me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And that's also a plus girl in your guess game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, more girls have an anterior. It's not obviously there are boys that have anterior placentas, but mostly it's a commonality among girl pregnancies.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know I have at this point. I don't care what I have. I just want a healthy baby, and I know everyone says that.
Yeah, but it's just fun to guess.
It is fun to guess, and people. You know what was really funny? People like get really mad when you tell. I don't know if they were like this with you. Not like really mad. But they're like, "You're killing me. You're killing me. I want to know what your baby is." I'm like.
Oh, yeah.
It's not up to you.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm glad I'm killing you.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. But I actually had a good conversation. I went to, I had a facial thanks to my friend.
I saw that. You went to.
She treated everybody. It was very sweet of her, who helped her out with Olive and Arc. And so she treated us. And one of the other ladies in there was talking about how, that she thinks she's probably done, I think maybe 3 or 4 kids. And she was like at peace at that part of her life, that it was like kind of the last baby. And I was like, yeah, something. And somehow we got on the subject of this gender surprise. And because she has 3 or 4 boys. She's never had a girl. And they were like, I'm at peace with it, even though everyone's like, you should try again to see if you have a girl,
Who cares?
And I said, that's so funny that exact like feeling is the reason why I didn't tell anybody, because Kayla then goes on to say like gender disappointment is super real.
Yeah.
And the conversation then moved into like, yeah, I did not care whether the baby was, Lenny is Lenny and she's perfect and she was meant for our family. That's it. Right. And I don't care to know, all that stuff. So, but I do know that in PJ's heart of hearts, he just really wants a son. Mm-hmm. And it's not because legacy, he just wants a boy, because I think you crave what you didn't get to have as a child. And so my things with, I think the reason River came into my life, obviously I have Lenny and I love but I think River was my first one was a daughter, was because I needed a chance to relove myself. And I see River is quite literally down to we with Max Jen. Like she is quite literally my neurological or my what is it like? What do you say? Not neurological.
I think it was neurological.
Twin. Like she literally is the same makeup as me.
Yeah.
And so we feel the same things. So I believe, you know, that God sent her to me as like here, like
a redo
love
in a way.
yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like learn to love yourself by loving her unconditionally. And so I think in the same way PJ wants that for himself. But he is such a good girl dad. And so he said it too. He's like, I don't care if we have 3 girls. He's like, I think, you know, we think about we're going to have a 3rd baby. And, but I did not want him disappointed.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to be like, oh, it should have been a boy or whatever. And the amount of people that were like, I think it's a boy, even like down to the people, like everyone thought it was a boy. So I just didn't want to have everyone's expectation on me weighing on me throughout my pregnancy. And so I just wanted to be surprised because no matter what, at the end of the day, that day when that baby comes out, you will never know anything different because the joy of that baby coming out of your body and being alive and being with you, you'd be like, I don't care if you have a penis or a vagina.
Exactly.
You know, like it is none of that matters. You are mine and I love you. And so I think that, you know, and I'm sure that, you know, there's tons of videos out there that show that other people feel differently. When you're so focused on what you want, you lose sight of what you're given.
It's important, exactly, which is God made, and God made them perfectly, no matter what, and that's the most important thing. And I think I kind of have the same thing with Justin. Is like he obviously wants to find out. I actually did not want to find out for the first, but he was like, let's just find out for the first, and then I'll let you have the second, like where we are surprised. He's kind of gotten over it now, but part of me does not want him to know because all he knows is boys. And I think if he were to know it as a girl, I think he'd get some kind of complex in his head and like, I don't know what I'm doing. I want him to fall in love with that baby, whether it's a boy or a girl, right then and there. Yeah. That's the best way to do it. Because sometimes, honestly, he kind of forgets that I'm pregnant. Like, I'll be like, hey, I'm pregnant. Remember that? He's like, oh, yeah. It's not real to him until he physically has that baby. Yeah. So then it's all just kind of like what ifs in his head. And I just know, like, it's better if we just don't find out. Yeah. He doesn't know that for himself, but I do.
Yeah. So, and I mean, some people will say too, like some people feel that you cannot bond with the baby until you like know. I did not have that feeling. I felt like I was like have you ever seen that dating show? Not Love is Blind, but like the old dating show where they're like, it's like a 70s dating show and they're talking to the person.
Like a big heart where they walk out in the arch.
Yeah. That's how I felt with my pregnancy with Lenny. Was I was like, I would talk to her, and not be able to see this face, but I'd be like, okay, baby, like, and River being able to talk to the baby and watching that baby jump on the screen when River would talk, like the interaction between the older sister and the younger baby dynamic, like that was more important to me, than whoever she was going to be.
Exactly, you know? That's what I worry about now, or not worry about, but I talk to Easton more about the baby than I really talk to the baby. Does that make sense? Like, I'm like, hey, like, let's say hi to baby, like stuff like that. Like that bond is like starting it now, whether it's a boy or a girl. Like, you know, and just being like, what do you think it is? Like, it's fun. It's more fun this way. Yeah. It really, really is. And I'm like, I'm halfway. I'm like, okay, we're almost there. Yeah. And I think for the first few weeks, you kind of like, oh, should I find out? Like, I literally have
yes, you definitely do. Because you're like, maybe it would be easier, you know?
I have it in my email. Like, I could go right now and just look, which is crazy. I could reset the password and all that stuff, but I had a friend. I was like, here, take this, change the password for me. I don't want to know what I'm having. So I can get it if I really needed it, but like it would be a struggle. So I've gone a long time. I'm not that person that can be patient
but what I love about that, because now you're at the halfway mark and you're like, what's now what like once you get there, like what's another couple of weeks or a couple months, you know, you're like
I've gotten this far. We're halfway.
So now now the pendulum is on the other side. You're like, all right, like if I waited all this time just to find out, now I've wasted that time, you know. So I might as well just keep going. And that's how I felt about Lenny when I was getting there. I was like, you know what? At first it was a struggle because of course you want to know, because there's just this human element of control. And then there's this. The reason why I didn't, and what really stuck with me, was a girlfriend of mine at work was like, both of her babies were surprises. And she was like, not only does it not matter, she was like, there are very few surprises in life when you get to this age. Yep.
The next surprise, unfortunately, is people dying.
Yeah. 100%.
And it's like, that's depressing. So let's make it fun.
Yeah.
And it's people coming into this world, the people that you've created with the person that you love.
Exactly. So, and that's how, as soon as she said that, I was like, light bulb. And I was like, I wish I'd let River, I mean, River was cool. River was my first, so I was talking to her all the time, but it was really such a good bond moment with Lenny to be like, who will you be?
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know?
It's very interesting because you soak it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, the dog almost pulled out a cord. You soak it up, I think, a little bit. You don't have as much time to soak it up, but you know the important times that you should be soaking up. Like when the baby kicks, I'm like, I really should get up right now. Like I really should be getting up and being productive, but I just want to feel this baby kick. Cause like I love that feeling. And then I remember I cried so hard once I had Easton because I didn't have that. Even though I had him, I missed those little kicks. And I was just like, let me just sit in this moment for a second. So just soaking in all the memories from that. Something I want to talk about too. I think it's so funny. I have done nothing for this baby, and this is so.
I did the same, but
because you realize you don't need anything.
Yeah, that's the same thing with the packing. It's like you're like you have. What do you possibly need more right now?
It's up there. Like I got it.
Yep. But all the things I love looking at like first time mom registries now because I'm like, holy crap, that
like you're never gonna use that.
Yeah, you know, or you don't know. Like my favorite thing because I did the same thing. My favorite thing one of my girlfriends, Lauren, she got all of these. She just posted about it. All of these binkies, 20 different kind of binkies.
Oh wow.
The truth is, right? Your baby, you don't know one if your baby will take a binky or not, and two if they do a binky, what kind of binky they like, right? Yeah. And so you're also in the details of this first baby because you don't know like all of it, and in the second baby, you're more like, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Well, because it's like, okay, we're in a world where the consumerism is out of control and we can literally have it overnighted if you really needed it, or it's going to come within 1 or 2 days. So it's just like, it's very easy. There's a couple things that I definitely want to like swap out. Like I think like for our sprinkle, I just want like another Duna base.
100%.
Because the Duna was kind of like an afterthought that we ended up getting like when he was, I think, 4 or 5
Dude, you
months.
could just take my Duna base.
Oh, well then there you go. Well, you're still going to want it.
No, she's going to be out of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's only a year under.
Oh, I thought
so she's a year in February.
Okay. All right. Well, then I don't have to get a Duna base.
Yeah.
But like a new sterilizer, like they have the ones that actually wash the bottles now.
Yes, his PJ's stepsister has that, and I was like, whoa, that looks great.
Yeah. No, before it was just they would sterilize, which is awesome, but like. Yeah, no, the worst part about doing bottles and why I want to do more breastfeeding than bottles is washing those bottles is like the worst. And it just is like when you get rid of bottles, you feel like you can breathe again. But yeah, another thing that we are not doing is the room because we're doing this addition and part of the addition is like a guest wing. This sounds so fancy. It's really not that big of a deal, but the two kids' rooms are going to be next to each other. But there's no reason to move all the guest stuff out when we are going to need somebody properly to sleep there and help me with the baby for the first couple months.
And the baby for the most part is in the room. Yeah.
8 months.
Right.
I mean, Easton was in our room for 8 months, I think.
Our kids have never left my room.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And I plan to, I had a snoo the very first time. Since then, I don't hate the snoo. I think that there's really great things about it, but reading more about it, I think and now knowing how I was with Easton, I want to do more of a co-sleeping bassinet that is attached. Mm-hmm. That way I can have I need a little bit of separation, but I also want it to be easy just to co-sleep and go right on the boob.
Oh yeah.
So
the one thing that Jamie actually said from our Hope Ball situation, she was like, you don't need to introduce something that you essentially will have to break the habit of.
Right.
And snooze one of those things. Like if your baby absolutely need like colicky babies or babies that absolutely need to be raw. I have nothing against the inventions.
Yes.
I have them when you use them as like not against them either, but like it's just crazy to me sometimes when you make a choice out of, like what's the word? Just like not out of necessity. It's just like, I gotta have this, right? Because you don't impulse.
It's very popular,
right? So you think right, and that's the thing is there's so many baby products out there, and so many types of them, and so many versions of them, so many variations of them that you're like, how do I know what I don't need? Yeah. And truthfully, first times like you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know. My best friend actually showed me. She was like, "This is what convinced me to get the snoo because I love my sleep." She was like, "We get 40 hours a month." look on this like little app that the snoo shows 40 hours more a month because of the snoo. And I was like, sold.
Yeah.
Done. Before I knew anything. Little did I know, I'm still getting, well, Justin got up most of the time, but you're still getting up, getting the baby, like you're fully awake once you stand up, getting them out of the snoo, undoing it, turning it off, right? Whereas when you co-sleep, you're just putting them right on the boob.
Yeah.
And you guys are both pretty much going right back to sleep.
Yeah.
And it's just so much more peaceful. It's very great. It's great bonding.
But it also doesn't work. It doesn't work for everybody. And that's
No.
what I would say that what Jamie really helped me out to see is that you have all of these guidelines, right? Because that's at the end of the day, there is no blueprint for parenthood, including the infancy stage and postpartum. The only thing that you can ever tell a first time or like a new mom, you're like, buckle up, because you don't know what you don't know. It's so much, and every baby truly is different. There's so much in those first, I'm gonna say even those first 6 months, really, that the first 3 months are just, who is this new thing? What are you doing? What are these sounds you're making? Right? Because even Lenny to River's cries, they're totally different. Her cues are totally different. Right? You're like, the first 3 months are just like survival mode of like, who are you? What do you need? How do I keep you alive? And then the next 3 months of that is, okay, what are your nuances? Like, what do you like? How do we make things easier for you? Right? Like, River was she's my uncontainable baby. Lenny kind of likes being in the stroller. She kind of likes being in the high chair. She kind of
I remember River jumping out of the stroller at the zoo so many times.
Well, when we went to go walk, she wouldn't. We'd take 10 steps and she wanted to be out. Yeah. So
and you were carrying her and like sweating profusely, but acting like everything was fine.
Yeah. Yeah. But Lenny's not really huge on the carrier. She actually likes like her independence.
Yeah.
And so it's such a nuanced thing from baby to baby. Then that's why I was like, just don't make these impulse decisions.
No, and don't buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Like truly, like if someone were like, hey, what's in your hospital bag now? I would be like, a couple of onesies, a couple of diapers, send me diapers, a couple of onesies, a couple of diapers, a swaddle. Even maybe my kid didn't like swaddles. Don't go balls to the walls on swaddles. I love the bedside sleeper. I think that's such a great thing.
I think that I want to be able to break them of co-sleep, not break them, but like, I don't want to co-sleep.
You don't want to co-sleep. Yeah.
Forever. I love it for a period of time. And if he comes in my room, I'm right there to have him.
Yeah. But I think that there are some people out there that like put the babies in the cribs. Like they don't bedside sleep at all. They sleep train from the get-go.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that brings you any more sleep, because that baby is waking up throughout the night. Now you're getting out of bed. You're walking to the room. You're picking up the baby. You're putting the baby back down. And then you're continuing that process, as opposed to like, I personally, my kid loves to sleep next to me, and that's the other problem, right? Don't make a habit you can't break. So my kids love sleeping with me so much that I have like their only good naps are when they're contact napping with me,
right?
Which is fine for me, because I don't get touched out. You do.
I do.
Right? So it's like every mom to baby is so different that you just have to like take a breath
for you.
Yes. Tune into yourself. Be like, how is this working? How is this not working? And turn off the internet for a second, because no matter how many times you ask the question, like people are either going to demonize you and criticize you, or they're going to like harp on that you're the new fresh bread. Like, exactly what you're doing. And then you become like the person that's telling all. And then if it doesn't work for them, then they're demonizing you again. Like, you're never just going to be, there's no blueprint.
No, there's no blueprint, because it's so different. Like, what broke my heart last night? So today is Easton's official birthday, and last night.
Crap!
he was sleeping. You didn't.
Oh yeah, I didn't see him.
You're okay. So it's his official birthday today, and someone told me, because I'm honestly was having like a really hard time with it. Like from 2 to 3, is it like? I got emotional. Like, they're still little when they're 2.
Yeah, but they lose their but they're starting to lose.
Fat.
Yeah,
like, it's gone. Like he's a little boy now.
Yeah, wait, 3 to 3.5, because like he just turns 3 now. That stage when they're like fully then potty trained, they want to like help you cook. It is they start asking. So instead of being like mama, bird, blah, like they start having full sentences.
Yes.
I turn around to River every single day and I'm like, when did I lose you? When did I lose my baby?
I was heating my coffee up today. And he legit was like, what are you putting in there, Mama? What are you making? I'm like, I'm just heating up my coffee. And then I went in the other room, and the microwave went off. And he goes, Mama, your coffee is done. And I was just like, oh, thank you, honey. That was so nice. Like, he was like, come get your coffee. Because usually I'll probably leave it in there and we have to reheat it, right? But it was just so cute that he was like,
they get it.
They get it.
Yeah.
So someone told me that the night of before their birthday, you say goodbye to the 2-year-old, say goodnight, goodbye to the 2-year-old. And then in the morning you say, oh, nice to meet you, 3-year-old Easton. And it like helps you cope kind of. And I'm gonna cry like thinking about it.
No, that didn't make me help. I just started crying. That did not help me cope at all.
But like you feel a little bit of closure. So last night when I was putting him to bed, he was like, he always asked me to lay with him. So like I know that he's like, I want to touch you, I want to hold you and stuff like that. Well, I laid there a little too long last night. He goes, okay, time for you to go in your bed. He kicked me out of his room. And I was like, okay, you don't want me in here anymore? He's like, no, you go sleep. I was like, what just happened? So it was like best of both worlds where he's like, lay with me, Mom. And then I stayed a little bit too long. And he was like, all right, I have my independence now.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a really good balance that we have.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. So then like, hello to your 3-year-old.
Yeah. That's a hard, did you have a hard time with 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a hard time.
Easier.
One, because her 3rd birthday was 2 weeks after this one was born.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy
I
crap,
remember.
the difference in time.
Yeah.
When you have your baby and you sit them next to each other and there is nothing more precious but more bittersweet than watching your oldest take care of your youngest, because you're just like, when did that change? You know, like even now she knows Lenny better than me.
Yeah.
She's like, Mom, Lenny's really tired. You need to give her a boob. Like,
You're
okay.
Like, okay. You're like, all right,
Mom,
thanks.
Lenny's really hungry. She probably wants a snack. Like, she just is so in tune.
Yeah.
And I just like, I don't like, there are things now you no longer have to do for them. Like, he no longer needs a bottle. He no longer needs a diaper. He no longer needs
I just packed up all the bottles. I'm cleaning out my entire kitchen tomorrow, and I'm like, I'm going to put away a lot of stuff that I've not been wanting to put away.
Yeah.
It kills me.
Yeah. But there is like some Modern Family thing that always gets me.
Oh,
where they're
yes.
like, yeah,
When
you
they're
wake
like,
up one day and then they're like a big
say-
kid and then you say goodbye. And that's just the truth, is that I think if you truly enjoy motherhood as much as I think we both do, it's like, there's no better term than bittersweet, because you're like, man, that's so cool. You enter this new stage and they get to do all these really cool things. And then you turn around and you're like, but like, I also miss like,
you fall in love with that new version of them, but then you go back and you see an old version of them and you're like,
yeah,
what? Like, and what's crazy is that they do it right in front of your eyes. They grow up right in front of your eyes and you just don't see them growing up. But all of a sudden they're just like, it's like poof.
yeah,
Who are you? Like,
yeah.
it's crazy.
And each new wave brings like new worries too.
Yeah.
So like, I'm no longer worried maybe about her like falling down the stairs or like not whatever, but I'm worried about like her having, issues at school or like, people being mean to her. Like it's like, there are always new bouts of things to worry about, that like is like an open door of concepts,
I've heard 4 is a really good age, like where it's like a good solid, okay, they're still little, but yet like they're a little more independent.
They're more subject. Because we're on the end of 3 now, right? She'll be 4 in January. She is much more, what's the word? Negotiable. Like, she can talk more. Because they now don't lack language. So I love you, Momo.
She almost just laid right on our podcast machine, but she's just
one hair away from it. But they, because like at 2, you have emotion and no language, or not like limited language. And 3, you're still limited in language, but you have like these big, like they can understand concepts.
Yeah.
4, you have language, concepts, and emotions. And so she's much more like, I hate saying negotiable because I'm not negotiating her emotion, but I'm able to sit there and be like, hey, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. Like you can have a full conversation and you can reason.
Yes. Reasoning is so much better. So we, gone are the days of the hitting phases. Gone are the days where like she does not have huge temper tantrums with me.
Like fighting to get in your car seat.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's much more curious about the world. Like she's like,
yeah, that's so fun.
She loves, like we go to church and she's like, Mom, so Jesus is here, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he's here. He's like, and he's watching me. He's like my big brother. I'm like, yeah. And I love that, because then I can start having more and more like philosophical conversations with her, know? And she like the other day, she just like, it was a dinner. She's like, can I pray? And she like prayed the Our Father all the way through. And she still says, deliver us from eagles.
Can you please talk about that
when
really
she
quick?
originally started the Our Father, she would be like, blah, 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 blah. Then the first one, he goes, fly, eagles, fly. And I'm like, okay, that is not part of the Our Father. I get like, so she doesn't, so I don't know when that stopped. Because that
That's
actually hurts my feelings. But
Yeah.
I don't know when that, she still says the Eagles part, but she doesn't, go into song.
It's so funny.
So, but yeah.
Love it. Houston goes around. He sings this one song. I might be small, but my God is big. And in the middle, he just throws up his hands right and he goes, I love you, God. I love you. And he goes, and he turns to me, he goes, God loves you, mama. And it's just like so cute.
Yeah.
And like,
that's it. It's like they can think of others.
yes.
Like they're starting to lose the sense of like me and my and myself.
Yes.
And then now it's like us and ours and we.
Yes. And
Yeah.
he's like, God is everywhere, mama. Like he's getting those concepts
Yes.
of like,
And
you know.
it just gets cooler over time, you know?
And you're just like, okay, like we're doing, and you also are like, all right, I'm doing something right. Like there's something that they're learning in this whole thing, and like just the basic concepts, but like we've got this.
Yeah, it's like emotional independence.
Yeah.
that they're developing, and that has, one thing that I will obviously dive into family stuff later on, but as I go through this and I watch my daughter be me, obviously her own person, but I see me in her so much. I like pat myself on the back when she deals with things, like in the past for me, I would get upset and I didn't have someone say, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Or what do you need right now?
Yeah.
And I said, and 9 times out of 10, she goes, I just need you.
Yeah.
They
always just need you.
Gives you a hug, and heals me every time. So
Yeah. The one thing I'm really going to be sad was when he stopped saying, I want to hold you.
Oh, River, stop saying, she doesn't say hold you me. She used to say, hold you me.
Yeah. Oh,
what was the other thing he said? Well, he has a silly way of saying it. Not lemonade. Refrigerate? No. You used to tell yellow.
he says yellow. He says.
He used to say something really
low.
He doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, he just still does.
Oh, okay.
So
when that goes,
it's
I'll be
getting
sad.
better. It's more of a bellow. It kind of goes back and forth.
Yeah.
But I've got enough videos of it. I think I'm okay. It's the hold you. And sometimes I'm like, I really can't right now. And I feel so guilty. Like, 'cause I'm like, we've got to go.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to get this. We got to get out the door. And I just feel so guilty because all he wants is his mom. It's just like, this is just hard.
Yeah.
It's just really hard.
But you're doing it. You're doing the hard things.
We're doing it. So that's the one thing I think the only thing I worry about with having the second is just him being able to, and I think that's a normal thing. Just him and the jealousy and whatnot. But
well, I do think
better than
hold. Okay, he's gonna get her. Okay, I was like, is he on the highway? He's picking her for school. Speaking of which,
okay.
Okay. The last thing I will leave you with, then, since you just said that, is, and I'm sure you do, but I want other moms to understand when we say that word, right? Because I have a hard time when there are people around me that are like, oh, children are manipulative or whatever, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that language.
Yeah.
I can't. It is jealousy in the different sense
and even if they are, that means they're smart, so whatever.
Right. I don't think it's an evil, like I think too often we think of it as a negative concept because we are negatively using it, you know, like we think about ourselves and like manipulation to us is very negative when you're in your adult years. But, like jealousy, River, I do see that when River is like right now, especially because everything, the baby's in the stage of like Lenny's in the stage of all the firsts. Right. So she started to crawl and she starts to say mama and dada. And she starts to say she took her first steps a couple weeks ago. Like, and
she's
so
walking,
not walking full time, but like she's taking her full steps.
Yeah.
First steps. And so like, when you see that, like, oh my gosh, right. I hear River go, oh, look at me too. Like it's not jealousy as in like, she's not happy for her sister. It is just more like, okay, but they love me too still. Right.
Yeah.
And it's so much more innocent than I think people let on, like with the jealousy, like River loves her sister. There's nobody that loves Lenny in the world more than her, including me. Like she loves her sister.
Right.
But she also does need her mother.
Yes.
And so to pay attention and to give your kid, like we know that we have these equal amounts of love. We talked about that before. Like I was really worried. I'm like, what if I don't give enough, to this one kid? We know that we have a capacity for loving these children just as much. They know that. They just need to be reminded of it.
See it
and that helped me with the quote unquote jealousy or just feeling like she's being left out, because this brand, and I watch it with my family too. There's this brand new thing. She's littler. It's cuter, she doesn't, quite have the same, humor, talk back or whatever. So she's just a little bubbly baby that likes to eat. It's easy to love her.
Yeah.
And it's easy to love River, but just in a different way. And so with, you know, with Easton and stuff, you're going to experience him being like, okay, wait, I'm not getting as much attention as I used to. But my biggest thing with River and how I truly don't think she's ever been like jealous is because I never stop turning around. Like the second I say something, like, oh my gosh, Letty. And I'm like, River, did you see that? Isn't that so cool? That's like when
You're always including her.
Yeah. She's never on the other side.
I think it's like, and I think it's something that I'm just probably blowing up because I think you went through this with River.
Yeah. And you calmed me down from it.
It's crazy. Glad I did. So the other day, it was yesterday. He just was like, can I hold you? Like a lot. So I was like, do you want to get in the carrier? And he was like, yes. So I carried him around and I was just thinking like, if I have this baby in the carrier, I know he's going to want to get in the carrier.
Yeah, River did. And I got some hate online for it.
Yeah. And I'm just like, screw you. Like, first of all, this carrier is made to support
hold toddlers, yeah.
And if I have to get stuff done and hold my baby, I'm gonna do that. Like whether it's my toddler baby or my baby, like either way. So I think that's the only thing is that he might fight for the carrier. Like I want to go in there. So that's the only thing that I'm really worried about.
I just let her go in a few times, and I don't think in the last 8 or 9 months she's ever asked for it again.
Well, they probably also see like, okay, it's not that fun. Like I'd rather be like over there.
Yeah.
Something.
And really what it is, it's just that like they're concerned that like, so River wanted to get in it, right? I let her in it. And then she would be like, okay, and Lenny? And I'm like, yeah, and then Lenny. So I put Lenny in it. And then I realized she wants to hold Lenny, right? So I never said no to her. If she wanted to hold her sister, if she wanted to lay with her sister, I watched it. I paid attention to it and let her smother her sister, but I did not ever negotiate that transaction of love. And so she at one point was like, can I hold Lenny like this? And I have a picture of it. I'll send it to you. I wrapped her up, and I mean, of course I paid attention. I'm sitting on the ground, so everybody can just calm down now. But I wrapped her up in the wrapper, and I let her hold her for like 2 minutes, and that was all she needed.
Yeah.
She just wanted to feel. She just wanted to be part of it, okay. Right? It wasn't so like at first she wanted me to hold her, and then she wanted to understand that that's like when mommy holds Lenny. Okay, can I now try that? Yeah. And then that was done. She's never asked to be in the carrier again. So F off to all those people who were like, you're coddling her, blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to coddle my kid till the fucking cows come home. It is my child. I'm going to love them viciously.
Yeah. Internet trolls are wild.
Yeah. And like, I'm sorry your mom didn't love you enough.
No, literally.
Like that's if you have to negotiate with me about how I love my child, that means you lack love. And I apologize for you. I'm sorry for you, but I am never going to not love my child. No, absolutely not.
No, unless you're sitting there saying, hey, like, how do I stop this? Or you're asking for the advice. Don't give the advice.
Yeah.
No.
Just be happy for people. Anyway, I'm happy for you.
You're happy for me?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You're halfway there.
I am halfway there. Oh, we're halfway there. Okay, so I guess we keep ending this where we just sing.
Is that our season?
Is that our thing?
The singing season?
Oh, I was like, no. I'm like, this is only episode 6. We got 2 more to go.
Yeah.
I do want eventually to have longer seasons, I think. Once we
or maybe we don't down. Maybe we do out with seasons, right? We just continue.
No, it's nice to have a little break, just to kind of like.
Well, I'm just saying breaking in between episodes without calling it a season. People do people because I don't know who does seasons anymore.
A lot of people do.
What do they do? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I think I only know at least one of the podcasts that the one podcast that I listen to, they don't ever stop. It's always every week.
Yeah.
And then another one, they break for the summer because I think it's just not as popular. Like people aren't listening to podcasts as much because they're out doing things. So they just break for the entire summer.
Oh.
But they do a podcast every single day. I'm talking about The Toast.
Oh, okay.
They do every day, Monday through Friday. So they break for, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's like summer break.
And then I know people that do seasons.
Okay.
Take that break. I like the seasons.
I like our seasons,
I like seasons. I'd like to keep seasons. I just think maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, because I think for us too, because we're so Philly, it's nice to have like the playback tape and look at the season, be like, okay, what went well? What did we do right? What do we need to change up? So
you would never know it this season.
This season we just rolled with it.
Well, it's like I feel like we kind of started almost all over again in a way. Like this season really feels like a whole new podcast, and I don't think that it's going to stay like where it's just you and I, but like you're getting a lot of just you and I because of the technical difficulties. Like we're going to mix the things that we've found that are working.
Yeah. And I also, like, the truth is like the last couple of seasons we didn't have a home. Right. And so like the other part is like we're getting used to each other. You know, I think we didn't really lean, not even the space itself, the fact that we didn't lean on each other. We did like 2 or 3 episodes and we're like, we need guests.
Yes.
And I think we're now at the point where we have more time together. Like I don't necessarily agree that we need that many more guests anymore. Like I think it's great to have them, but I do think that like we've leaned on each other enough where I'm like, we can have interesting conversations.
Like we had like all we had going into this episode, for example, was packing. And I was like, I don't even know what I'm really going to say about it.
Yeah, and somehow you're like, I don't think we're going to make an hour.
We're over an hour.
Yeah.
So now we're just kind of like, we can talk and have these talks. And sometimes I don't even talk to you during the week because I'm like, I want to save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
But I think now, and also, I mean, you were used to going on podcasts and like talking in front of a camera between your experience. I had only done that really in college and I hadn't done it in a long time. So you can tell in those first seasons, I'm like, hi, I'm here too. Like, it's just like, now I feel a lot more comfortable and just like, you know, you're just taking the good things that we've discovered, like you said, like just us, like having our dynamic. But then I think also there's a new dynamic that we have where we're able to like banter a little bit more with our guests. Does that make sense? Like it felt very transactional, I think, at the very beginning with some of our guests.
Right.
And now like it feels very, I think like after the Marist episode is where like I just felt like a lot of it
for me it was Kaylee. I feel like
Really?
because it was the first time we had interviewed someone who wasn't a professional of some sort. It was like just a mom.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, we can like, because, and that's the other thing too.
Play it and tells.
Yes. Right. Yes. Yeah. I think that at the end of the day, we were like, you know, I'm used to podcasts and stuff, but mostly it was me interviewing.
Right.
Like I always talked about somebody else, and in the same form and fashion, like you did the same. Like I don't think we were comfortable talking about ourselves, really. Yeah. Like we were just more of like.
Also, when I would talk to professionals, you were really good. You're really good at thinking. I had to have a list of questions. You're really good at understanding what they just said, and then like just building on that. Whereas sometimes I had no idea what they just said because it was so technical. I couldn't make up that next question. And I was like, all right, Brittany's got to keep going because I just was so nervous. Like I wasn't absorbing and I wasn't able to like come up with the questions. Now I feel like I can be like, hey, like, wait, like, and jump on those. So.
Right. And I don't know about you, but for me too, I felt like we had to like level up with guests sometimes because we kept saying, we're truth moms. We're going to talk about, you know, something. And, you know, we were watching people online kind of just tear down people who don't have the right research.
Yes.
And and we were like, we're not going to do that. Right.
Yeah.
But then I realized, because we do have a bunch of people who did do the research and they're great, and people still scrutinize them anyway.
Yes.
And so I think now not only do we have our convictions, but I feel like we can stand behind them. And even if we don't get like the dates and the things right, I feel like we have done enough personal research, or we have more convictions on our own discernment that we feel comfortable talking about it and not hiding behind a guest.
And we're not afraid to be wrong.
Right. Because I feel like sometimes we got a guest to be like, see, that's exactly how I felt,
exactly.
You know, instead of just saying, this is how I feel.
Yeah, this is how I feel. Like, okay, if you don't agree with that, that's what I'm saying. The season is like this is my opinion. I don't give a shit what you think. Like, and like, if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Sorry, I'll apologize.
But that's also how conversations happen. I mean, to your point, she was saying that there was a guest that DM'd us and was like, I feel like I'm talking to you guys during this. And that's really what we want anyway, right?
Like, that's the best compliment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's what's fun about this season too, is because like, it is just us talking about like normal things, as stupid as they are, as little as they are, like as personal as they are. Like it's just like everyone can kind of relate, hopefully.
Yeah. Or you can disagree, and then we can have a conversation about that too.
Yeah. She was like, sometimes I'm like completely agreeing and like nodding my head, and then sometimes I'm literally yelling at you guys. I'm like, cool, like perfect. That's what I want to hear. Yeah. Like I want you guys to disagree. Like we're not all supposed to think the same. That's what makes it beautiful. So I think people lose sight of that too.
Yeah.
All right, we should really wrap
it up. All right, we're done. Okay, bye. Have a great day.
You have a great day.
You have a great day.
What was that? Something San Francisco. He's Full House.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Oh, or that guy, Anchorman. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to Truth Moms. Remember, mamas, the truth starts at home. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps us reach more moms like you, and plus, it's free.
Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and we will keep dropping those truth bombs.